all our viewers. Remember, this is the 7th month of 2026. Just remaining with very few months or very few days to the end of the year. Over the weekend, and I'm here to inform you and mostly analyze on some of the issues, what they mean to the development of this country, politically, socially, and economically. We saw the third bunch of Ugandans of 255 people being welcomed at the Entebbe International Airport. The first bunch was welcomed by Mr. Haruna Kasole, acting minister for foreign affairs. Jakuwantia mtochi tuzetegereze nsongezi habwake abanyayuganda bano abengi basokwa mbagarwa mwihanga lenu area Uganda jakuba nturugao. We come to Total Kingdom. We saw some reshuffles in the Kingdom administration, whereby new ministers were appointed, some were dropped. We shall also analyze that issue and see why there are new appointments or new reshuffles in the Kingdom. Yesterday, Uganda Kingdom passed a budget of 430 billions at the headquarters of the Uganda Kingdom in Mengo. Jakubantura mtochi now to why it is like that and what. And yesterday also saw the Prime Minister of Uganda, that is none other than Charles Peter Maiga, condemning the arrest of people. Mostly, we saw him condemn the arrest of a senior citizen who was released on bail, that is none other than Miria Matembe, who was charged with a lot of, who was charged with sectarianism and promoting tribalism in this country. We shall also have a look at that. Yesterday, North Division received a new town clerk as Majirani was transferred to Fort Portal Central Division. So also hear from the Mayor North Division what he has to say about these transfers of the town clerks. Buhinga Hospital has received 40 billions for planning. According to Dr. Baizi, Buhinga Hospital is understaffed. According to the numbers that are supposed to have, they only have 23% of their staff that they are supposed to have. Everyone and every kiraho ojakwano sanganu 4TV this morning, the Morning Star program. What you have to do is only one: go download the 4TV app on the Google Play Store. You can still watch us on Afro Mobile this morning. You can listen to us via our online radio, that is 4T Radio, where the program is live this morning. You can also go on our Facebook and YouTube channels. You can also watch us this morning. Most interestingly, the program is live on our TikTok account, that is 4T TV. What you have to do is just sitting down and watch us this morning for more information, and we continue keeping you entertained this morning. Abalemba tora mbichweke mtalibim na bimu ebihanga lenu area Uganda anyokulu mchweka bine ebya Toro Ntasorwere district ndike Gombora na Masaza. Those ones in the northern parts of this country, central. Our brothers in Congo who always follow us live here on 4TV are doing some great job. Our sisters and brothers who are in the diaspora, who are trying to look for a coin, Chukome Bibiri, we really appreciate you for the work that you are doing and watching us live here on 4T TV. Takagensere makura kanya kubero mwihanga lenu area Uganda kitalgamu na gamu. This is just a reminder. Mwaza kubeducha, there's a cancer screening. If my producer can get for me more details about it, or kuturora heru kwa soko netegeza what we are talking about. Ansonga ya cancer screening, that is free health camp, cervical cancer screening and general services. This is organized by Knowledge for Change, that is inviting the whole public to a special 2-day health camp at Kagote Health Center. Ajakuba yokebera cancer yanyenenda kani mkima kurungi in this region. We have a very big killer disease nyakusigere silent muno, that is cancer. Abengi mkia kujia gumbora ubwere bwere beitunturora our Knowledge for Change bakwataniza na bapata na za talbamu na bamumba kusaba ndikimba kuicho sokwa nogenda kebeza cancer ne nobwero bundi kampere za kwa ne marebero bibiri hali rwaro eria kagote nturora mbeka msamuna wakaza wanyakule miaka 25 kwa miaka 29 kurantu masoko ngenu mwekebeza kansa eyanyenenda nendwere zindi za kuvolia kwa hero katira kuba nojayo obuhereza bunu bwa busa to kuja kuba na siringi na 10 cha mani mune cyo kuja kuba nokora kuna abamezgaho mukaho okepakira kasoko no ikakagote hirwaro kwa no asoko no tunga bunu obujanjabi buli kimuchiona cha busa abantu obwiro binki amuno kwa numutina kwekebeza kansa abwe mihende basoko no wakasenta kamba basaba kwa tumsoko numutungo buhereza this time basoko bakuletera buherezo at a free cost atkira haliwe kurantu wasoko no yefuao no soko no gano tunga objanjabe bunu at a zero cost and they test you also know nukosobere kuba nkoemerire nkeiwe nko muntu byobomezi bwao emerirota mwako kebazakara kisoko ankiyambaho hanyikara abantu ndikanyikara yawe eyobomezi nkono kumizamu kuyamba mirwatere yawe nko muntu otko bantu rugaho ntankira amakuru twine mengi muno kyo cyati mtu nihera Elias Lukwago ogu akabali former mayor oyaberoho omulord wekibuga kire chikure cha Kampala ndikabingi mayinka lord mayor former lord mayor wekibuga kire cha Kampala Elias Lukwago kenumba munihera mukoti kuba naiza kuba naitonga naho omusango go kumanya amakuru agonza kuyihanga leno bitaka sokwa nagatulera that is mistreatment kandi ogu musango mihanga leno legano kusango itina amakuru akintu ekibyo byo kwatibwa muhanga bitoka sokwa no kitulera to alikuwa gono akasobora kuba nakwatibwa na ihibwa kule makage nambe akaba nambere ikara basokwa mutwara kandi nyuma tarakotere sokwa ne mdinainga bail ngamu musango guno gwa kutonga mukoto muno twasokwa mwikiza kuba natongana na rugaheru ohiro gama ngweno buceke mbwomezibwe karwa kasokwa musinika mkoto pake yokwezi musanzu nichekiro kinu embaso kuja kwa neja na sokwa naitonga naho emisango Lukwago aberal oma ba lawyers akutonga no musango guli ogwa karo Dr. Kiza West na Haj Obed Lutale oguko sokwa ndo bagonza kuliamu NCN orukwe oguno mulodi Elias Lukwago owaliyo na ine msango kusokwa naitonga nao eya mistreatment nokusanga ti omuntu ino hamagezo ndikyo kaboki manyirenti nanga kana ngoza kulia mwensi orukwe betu wasokwa no wasulera utagambire government wait and see how this will end today, whether of course what they know they are going to put in another bill application. And the lead counsel in this case is none other than senior counsel Medad Lubega Segona Nuwe aibembiro musangunu ogwa omusija mkuru ogu Elias Lukwago Chial Mukoti kiro chizo turozerege Brigadier Major General Joseph Birungi ogu former CMI boss kandi ogwa kabaho Mountain Division Commander habwa Rwenzoli 3rd Mountain Division hano mkivuge chikwe cha Fort Poto nyakwikalire kagota aho kandi yamaya military atachi mwihanga liri area Burundi kiro chizo turozerege sokwa naletwa mukoti mbamzunana emsango etalimne a producer, I think you are getting that neno tungekisani echo msiza mkuru na kumanyiro nka Brigadier General Joseph Birungi kyo cheja sokwa naletwa mkoti hamisango yokuro wambega obutahikire kandi no kuleta security threats mwihanga lenu area Uganda kyo chejo Birungi onu akoti na bamulesega busaho munyamakuru no obekirizege kuba na rugayo kuba covering the court proceedings kandi according to information that we got as 40 News Desk, even some of the journalists yesterday were arrested, and some journalists working with Uganda Radio Network was arrested. Asokwa na kwatuwa owalingo kuba na gena mkoti kuba na tunga amakuru akujanzuwa ogo msiza mkuru ogo Brigadier General Birungi ogu akasokwa na kwatuwa kandi sazuna metukubaliza ali machindi na sokwa na alindirwa kusokwa nakwatibwa omwaka gunya kuweera ogu emisango etali eminima kusokwa nakwatibwa wenka akasokwa nakwatibwa n'abanyamaha abantu beta omusango ogwe aguro wenka wetusi omusango guno gwasobora kuba nuguhwaguta. And as I told you, he was a former CMI boss kana ibembera obwambega mwihanga lenu area Uganda. Wait to see how this charge, how this case will go. What you have to do is just keeping it on 4TV. We shall be informing you of each and everything that will be continuing. That will be continuing with this case in your military court. Hali machindie otkuba niturga omchweka kiri echa Kampala. We are still continuing. Yesterday North Division received a new town clerk in the names of Bamboo Catherine, who was serving in Hoima West Division in Hoima. She was transferred to the North Division of Poto City. And Majana, who was in North Division, was transferred to Central Division. And Didas, who was in Central Division, he was transferred to Hoima West. Nturora, Kirochejo at the handover yesterday, Majirane, when he was leaving, he came out to appreciate the mayor for North Division for standing with him in all circumstances given him the mayor for Nakora. And also the mayor for North Division, that is none other than Joseph Mashuko Kiza, asokwa na nizabantu, asokwa mbatekana, mbrimeta umizamu kwa nekorwa, mkwebere nekorwa in the Northern Division of Fort Portal. Let us first see what yesterday Joseph Mashuko Kiza had to say.
Amakunos. Can the North Division ya batorikula kabandi bekanyam utuwe mumezi kamkaga kamarani ya sidani beitu hata hibamdo mu Central Division kandi omukyalo tutumia na wale musaba agenda meso na timwa kwa na vent kwa nawe a team kan
we just apologize abatasokwa bahurebgambe but we shall be giving you more details. That happened in the North Division na Mbetulozerego Msija Mkuru Majiran being transferred to the Central Division of Port Portal City. Amakuru mengi muno aganyakuru. Yesterday we saw Buganda Kingdom mbasokwa mbekaliza parliament yabo and they passed the budget of 430 billions. There was an increase of 31% out of the expectations of the last year's budget in revenue collections. What does it really mean to the Buganda Kingdom? Turakirochejo parliament ya Buganda esokwa na ikara Buganda Kingdom esokwa na labia budget ya billions bina makumi asatu esokwa na batu mubarbatiraho omwaka guno ogwebyensimbi ogwekumibiri abiri na mukaga ibiri abiri na musanzu akusoma budget ya ntura bigamba bingi muno ebisokwa mbalizibwaho ogu anyakuli Prime Minister okama wa Uganda Charles Peter Maiga nturora omukoro guno gubere blessed ndiki guwega abantu bengi aba political leaders bebembirwe leader of opposition Joel Senyonyi nturozoga Zambal Blasio Mukasa naba MPs abandi abengi muno turozoga abanyadini abatalibamu nabamu akusoma budget. Let us first see what happened yesterday in Mengo.
Omuntu ayinza okuloza nti mu Uganda tubeera mu mpuku kubanga omukazi omukadde emyaka 73 okumuwamba omuntu omukadde emyaka 73 omuntu abata kuze bannaye kakati omuntu ngoyo muwamba oti abadde agenda kutta kiki kati oli bwabiwulira ali eyo mu United Arab Emirates kata agamba owe 73 naye bamuwambye Omusango ki kusiga bukyayi. Kale owensanvu mu esatu ayinza okubeera omutemu. Ayinza okuba omukwasi w'abakazi. Naye okusiga obukyayi mu bantu. Omuntu n'awambibwa olw'okusiga obukyayi mu bantu. Abamusigansimbi bayinza okukendeera kitiisa ku ludda olw'ebyenfuna. Era abakwatibwa baleme kuswazibwa. Lwaki omuntu ng'akwatiddwa aggyibwamu engoye oba omutigaatiga oba omukozesa ebitasaana? Kikulu nnyo okuba n'obufuzi obutambulira mu mateeka. Buganda ne Uganda bwe binaaba eby'okukula. Tulowooza nti omuntu aba amenya amateeka ayitibwe ku poliisi, kubanga era amateeka be gagamba. Ategeezebwe amateeka ge yamenye. Bw'aba wa kukwatibwa akwatibwe misana, aleme kuwambibwa. Buwambibwa akwatibwe misana. Abamukutte beeyanjule. Nze Kopolo Opio, nze Kopolo Tumuhimbise, era endagamuntu yange yeeno. Nkukutte kubanga wabbye enkoko eyamuliraanwa. Atwalibwe mu kifo ekikkirizibwa mu mateeka. Tewali kifo kyonna mu mateeka ga Uganda muntu w'alina kutwalibwa okuggyako ku poliisi. Akaduukulu aka poliisi. Ate bw'aggyibwa akaduukulu aka poliisi atwalibwa mu kkooti. Amateeka be gagamba okuggyako bano nga bagakyusizza naye tebannaba. Abakwatibwa baleme kutulugunyizibwa. Omuganda agamba bw'omegga toluma. Ate oba oli omukutte, kati ate bw'oba omala omukwata ate okuba waaki empi oba omusambira ki? Era abakwatibwa baleme kuswazibwa. Lwaki omuntu ng'akwatiddwa aggyibwamu engoye oba omutigaatiga oba omukozesa ebitasaana?
Iwe nnyo Kamalabyonna wa Buganda azikonyeeko era zazoogerako ne bannaddiini abalala bazze bazoogerako, abamu batya ne bannaddiini abamu boogera ku nsonga zino. Era tusaba ensonga eno ereme kubeera yaffe ffekka abali ku ludda olwabula gavumenti oba olw'opposition. Kubanga ne bannaffe aba NRM nabo ensonga eno tebataliza. Nabo kati mulaba nabo bamaze kubawamba. Kye tulina okukola tubeera ku nkola ey'amateeka. Ffe kyetugamba omuntu bw'obanga omwetaaganga gavumenti tewali buzibu, naye etteeka ligamba ki? Kati omutwale poliisi ate naye talina kumalayo nnaku 2:48 oluwera bweziti, era mumute oba mumutwale mugaza amateeka. Ekyo kitwagala. Nalabye Mwai Museveni ng'agamba nti ffe abopposition tetulina okulemerako ennyo okulaba nti abantu batwalibwa mu kkooti. Munnange kye tuzze twogera temusosowaza nnyo kyakubatwala mu kkooti. Of course n'ekyokubakwata nakyo tukikonako kubanga engeri abantu gye bakwatibwa poliisi erina okukikola. Naye kiri ekyokka nti abantu batwalibwe mu kkooti bulijjo kye twogera. Kati kingizaala emyezi gigenda mu 3, lwaki temutwala mu kkooti? Waliwo munafu mulaba muyita Sam Mukumya ne kakati tewali amanyibwa waali.
That was at first Charles Peter Maiga and Joel Senyonyi. Akemba koraho, some of the Senyonyi was making a statement of Gambi Nyakozerwe. Emnya Gambi Charles Peter Maiga ukemba liombarabia budget yokama buli. As the Buganda Kingdom, they were passing their budget. Toro Kingdom, our main focus was on making reshuffles within the kingdom. I want to start by congratulating our very own, that is none other than Kabahenda Bridget ono omukazi sazina nyakuli awake akasokuba nakomebwa nka minister webyamakuru mbukama bunu obwatoro Kabahenda Bridget. We want to congratulate Deputy Information Minister for Toro Kingdom, and we saw Vin omuntu abanyakumanyimuno nka Mugume Croch bounces back akasokwa bamukoma nka was appointed as the Tor Kingdom spokesperson with Kyogu akubaliriza obukama buli obwatoro. We saw another appointment. Vin, we want to congratulate you. Kanumkwa mjuka kurungi Vin has served mukama bwatoro for a very long time, and now he bounces back Mugume Croch Vin too as the spokesperson. So basokwa bakoma igato alinde anyakumanyiro nka awake Musingus Joe as the Minister for Information. This one he replaces Omseja Igato asokwa na humule mirimo yensenu Ruhweza Silas. We saw Mugabe Fred Ogu, a former aspirant for LC5 Carol District. Omseja Mutwezi akasokwa na komebwa as a Deputy Minister for Culture in Tor Kingdom. He replaces Master, who has joined active politics and who is currently serving as a councillor representing the people of Nyabukara and a Secretary for Finance for Spotpoto Central Division. We saw another appointment of Mr. Ahura Ivan, who was appointed as a State Minister for Youth Affairs, Tor Kingdom. And we saw Mr. Mugume Nicholas Moti being promoted to be a full minister for the youth in Tor Kingdom. And this ministry was created, it was a ministry, ministry education sports, in the Ministry of Education and Sports. Now they're making it an independent ministry. But at one time, I remember the Prime Minister of Tor Kingdom, Owe Calvin Armstrong Ruamire, saying he wants to continue merging these ministries in Kwasoko and but now, to my surprise, he has created another ministry. I don't know what has gone wrong, but we also saw other ministers being appointed. We saw Mr. Drake, Oweki Drake, being appointed Minister for ICT Tor Kingdom, and Kasfa Kahunde, who was also appointed as a State Minister for ICT in Toro Kingdom. A lot of, we saw Mr. Sabit, former State Minister for Agriculture, being dropped, but I have questions to put across. With the due respect in Baichia, why do we make shuffles as a kingdom at this other time? After 2 years of serving, you are making reshuffles. Government says before we make reshuffles, before they make reshuffles, you sit and analyze the performance of these ministries. How have they performed? Then you make these reshuffles. For the Office of the Information, the reshuffle was called for because we saw the late who was serving here, Paston, may so rest in internal peace. The deputy who was there, he was put in another ministry of his profession, that is Ministry of Education, that is none other than Mr. Mteleki Ronald. That one is okay. Other ministries, have you assessed the performance? Kuruga ban bugana magato negakomebwa mbukama buno wa toro. To the best of my knowledge, tinka hurage kaliro kurato rwansanzu or wensanzu, I beg your pardon, tinka hulaga a kaliro kurato rwensanzu to discuss development issues in Bukama buno wa toro. Or kurato kuro rwensanzu kukaliro wamba ministers. Egni kusanaka parliament yetu antoro. Kuikara tukabaga bakabaga evinto ebime bisoko ambilete nkurakurana hanu msuya kinu echator. Hanu rukator wensanzu ruikara ndaba appointing new ministers and firing them. That we shouldn't be at that level. Consistency in leadership plays a very big role in development. You have appointed today, tomorrow you are fired. The other day, this one disturbs a lot. Nikileta mkuchumbagira mkurakurana. Nombwevembezi in administration. But all in all, Total Kingdom for the last 10 years, we have never had Total Kingdom reading a budget number of Kama Kutambura. Is this one not a weakness within the kingdom? Between the budget of Kama Uno Watoru Mumeiso. This is what we received, this is what we spent on, we expect this, and so on. That one will foster development here on Mukama Owatoro. I'll be stopping there. I will soon Mukama Bunu Owatoro, but that is what happened. Mukama Bunu Owatoro. There were a lot of reshuffles, reshuffle within the kingdom administration. Kiramono Halieri Ntebe. Eyaba ministers abatali abamu. Now we're crossing over to the Uganda police. Yesterday during their weekly press briefing, TikTok according to the spokesperson of police, omusaiza mukuru SSP Kituma Rusoka these things. Let us first hear or see what Tumarusoke was talking about yesterday.
Jakutandika ne maybe kantandike ne synopsis or background. Nti lero amanyi njagala gateeka nnyo ku ekintu ekikwatagana n'abantu abafera. Because tuze tulabanga obufere twogera bulijjo wano naye obufere kirabika bwo bukyatambula ate nga omuntu asinga obusobozi obuziyiza obufere ye victim kubanga gwe batuukirira ate abafere tebakozesa maanyi mu budde obusinga bakozesa bwongo then obufere busucceedingira mu bwongo obunafu obwa victim because when the victim is cajoled bwoyitika omufere bwayitawo bwogaana omufere aba talina wakola ki aba talina kkubo. Kati twagala okwogera ku nsonga zino wammanga. Waliwo omukyala we twakutte bamuyita Hope tumwebaze wa myaka 53. Ono abadde yeeyita mukozi wa kitongole office ya omukulembeze w'eggwanga, Office of the President. Yatuukirira honorable member wa parliament omu n'amufera miliyoni 6 bagamba za kufacilitatinga kuyamba engeri gye baleeta obuyambi mu districts zaabwe. Erinnya lya member wa parliament nga bwali victim tetulyatuukiriza tuconcentratinga nnyo okuleeta amanya g'abafere bano. So twagulawo fayiro yaffe General Inquiry File GEF ne tusobola okunoonyereza era omufere ono twasobodde okumufuna. Naye message yaffe eri ki? Mugezeeko nnyo okulaba nti mu verifyinga information eno n'abantu abali mu offices zino aba mu butongole. Kati nga office ya president ye office enyangu ennyo ey'okuverifyinga. Offices olusi osanga obufere eno buli wangi nnyo. Uganda Revenue Authority osanga oli almost agala collectinga misolo. No, abo bonna you can verify. Ekisooka ebitongole bino byonna biwa amasimu g'osobola okubatuukirira bw'obanga one oyagala obuyambi obanga oyina kyeweebuuzaako. So ono tumuyina.
N'emisango gye tuli mu kunoonyerezaako nga poliisi gino gyabaddewo masekati g'ennaku nga 2 n'olunaku olwajjo era nga 2 tulina omusango gwe twatandika okunoonyerezaako ogw'abaana abaasangibwa mu nnyumba emu mu bitundu by'e Wakiso. Abaana bano baali 9 era nga bali mu myaka 3 ku 16 era nga eyali abalina oba yali abalabirira amanyiddwa nga Tayebwa Mubaraka teyagezaako kutuwa bikwata ku bazadde b'abana abaana na butya bwe baatuuka mu nnyumba eyo mwe baali babeera. Sikyatwetula okulowooza nti baali bakukusibwa era jaguddwako emisango egy'okuteebereza okuba nti abadde akukusa abaana bano ng'ali ku poliisi yaffe e Wakiso. Twasobodde okukwataganya n'omuntu alabirira abaana oba alina obuvunaanyizibwa okulabirira abaana mu bitundu ebyenjawulo wa gavumenti gwe bayita probation officer, era essaawa zino yalina obuvunaanyizibwa ku baana abo nga ebimu ku byo kwe kubanoonyeza bwe bayinza okuba nti no bafuna obuddamu awo tugenda mu maaso n'okunoonya abazadde baabwe. Waliwo era
that is Mr. Luke Oyesigire, the spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan, and Kituma Rusoke, the spokesperson of the Uganda Police Force. Musobora kubanumugai kubanumwerinda obufere mwihanga lino Uganda fere beyongire cyane Kituma gambira abuto tubacyakosamani ndasimba kozesa obwongo to get what they want. I think we should be very vigilant. In another news, turora omukazi wa Uganda Human Rights Commission Wangadia ono just wiraptete nyuma bakitebe kile cha the national interplatform bebembirwe principal wabo was right now who seeked an asylum in the United States of America. We saw Robert Kyagulanyi exchanging words with Miriam Wangadia, the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, some times back. But to our surprise, Wangadia, in one of the linked videos, Wangadia is complaining that it's like the president of this country, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, does not respect this commission and the constitution of this country. She says this commission is there in a right way and was established by the constitution of this country. Let us first see what Wangadia was complaining about.
Naye nina okwemulugunya ku president wange omulungi nti aza atulaga nti ekitongole kino takisaamu kitiibwa. Lwaki ndowooza bwe ntyo? Bwe ndaba bamemba bazaalonda ku kakiiko kano, kino ekifo yakifuulanga ew'okukanyuga abantu abalonzi be bakoowa, kaŋŋamba oli munnabyabufuzi weesimbyewo oba kampe ekyokulabirako oba maybe bulambuliroowa ogudde mu kalulu okaabye ennyo abalonzi bankamula ndi mwavulu nkupe sikyalina kakulya ndi mulwadde muyi waliwo ekimbe kyemaze nakyo emyaka 3 neetaaga ARVs. Genda mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Pulezidenti nkukubira omulanga akakiiko kano kalina omulimu gw'amaanyi nnyo mu ssemateeka. Enyingo 4 mu ssemateeka. Chapter 4 of the Constitution is the biggest chapter. It contains the Bill of Rights. Akakiiko kano ke kalina mandate esinga obugazi eri serious ekwata ku ddembe ly'Abannayuganda. Naye abantu b'ozoolonda nti lwakuba oyagala kubawonya abamanerenda loan sharks abaagala oba wambako ebyabwe okubatwala mu kooti nti genda ogira otuulako eri. Sebo taata Natasha nkwegayiridde akakiiko kano tandika okassaamu ku kitiibwa. Tomorrow I will not be here. Era ekisanja kyange kiggwako omwaka ogujja mu September. Naye nsaba pulezidenti bw'oliba olonda ssentebe ne bamemba b'akakiiko kano, akakiiko kawe ku kitiibwa. Naye n'ojja okanyuga wano abantu abatalina credibility obasuubira kukola ki? Era bino byennyini bye tulaba bino just kulwanyisa bakama baabo. Tebalina mugaso gwe baali bongedde ku mirimu gy'akakiiko kano. Omulimu ogwabwe kutuuza meetings okufofofo kutambula mumwe abamawulire ngenzeeko mu office ya Minister wa Justice. Ani ajja okuntwalako ewa maama Janet Museveni ntuuse ntya ewa CDF bakwate omuntu ono wuuyo kantukeke wa Genosale Wangadi ono bamukwata ddi atwalibwe mu kooti. Bw'obanga ebisaanyizo byokka gwe President by'otunuulira okulonda ba commissioner ku kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu kubawonya bwavu kubasobozesa kufuna ARVs ez'omulembe eziriko bwe kibanga kyekyo ekisaanyizo kyokka ky'ogoberera bino byennyini ebigenda mu maaso tebikwewunyisa naye nandisabye akakiiko akaliddako be very careful, show some respect to the Uganda Human Rights Commission.
That is Miriam Wangadia, chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission. Asabira His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to respect the commission, that the commission then generates its power from Article 4 of the Uganda National Constitution. That is according to Miriam Wangadia. We saw another bunch of more than 255 Ugandans who were received from South Africa. South Africa kuli akasokwa natweka yakavuyo mwihange eri ambetwarulire nti abantu aba South Africa nimerugay kuba nabagamba buli muntu wena atalinzaro ya South Africa asokwa nagaruka mwihangali. Uganda, the first bunch was received by Minister for Foreign Affairs Haruna Kasoro, and we saw another bunch of 255 also being received in this country, and some of them who were received are already in Chamkwanzi for patriotism. Uganda in that country, in the Republic of South Africa. A lot of things, you can have a look at what happened in South Africa with our reporter Mo Kusokwa Nakweza Mukuru Agakira. For now, I'll be stopping here. Tulinda Hantekaneza Estalizim Nazim. We're coming back with our topic of discussion. A very good morning.